What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review today, bringing you a VOD from the Paris Open. We have our final 8 players. Each of these players came from a checkmate game in this final lobby, which is really a crazy way for it to work. So basically, the way that it worked is there were 8 lobbies of 8, and each of those players had to play for checkmate, and all the checkmate winners move on to the final lobby tomorrow, which is also checkmate. So it is a very crazy format. We are watching Toddy's POV, the player from Brazil who has made it to a final lobby. Spoiler alert. This was obviously a really stacked lobby. YBY1 obviously being one of the standouts in this lobby, but Hypno as well in this lobby, who, if you guys know from Project PPE, has won that before. Senbon, who was actually in my round 1 lobby and actually just smurfed on the entire lobby. So a lot of fantastic players. Stormy, this guy I actually met just a few hours ago at a bar in for a moment in Paris, but a British player who hit, we saw him, I believe he hit a 3-star Senna Lucian and almost a 3-star Tom Kench as well, with like 10 Bilgewater in. So, I mean, this event's been absolutely crazy. Obviously, I am recording this video at 3 a.m. Because I want to have a VOD come out for you guys today, because this is also going to release the morning of the finals. So if you guys are watching this video right now, a little bit after it comes out, go tune into the TFT main broadcast, or Frodan has a really great co-stream as well, and go watch and cheer on our 2 America's reps. We have Toddy and Ripple Overdrive, and so yeah, and so many players, so close, right? So many people obviously made it to these final 64 even, and then didn't make it out. So yeah, absolutely wild. Okay, I haven't had a chance to yap about the game at all. Also, every once in a while, this POV jumps back to Qualis Belto, because I guess they're just covering the BR players. But we're just gonna, yeah. I mean, usually they jump back to Qual for like 2 seconds, so we're just gonna jump back to Toddy when they do. This is like the Toddy specific stream, so should be him for the most part. Also, apologies because I feel like people have said you're supposed to pronounce his name like Toji or something. I'm gonna say Toddy, and if I was right, I'm right either way, right? If I was right, then I was right, and if I was wrong, then I'm just gonna call him Toddy. But all that said, looking at our spot, it's I mean, it's a very surprisingly, I would say, kind of like open, flexible spot. I would say the more that I played this patch, and definitely when I played in tournament on this patch, the more that I played, the more that I realized, like, oh, there's actually like a few really broken lines, stuff like Void, stuff like Bilgewater, stuff like, I mean, if you can make it to Fast 9, but that's rare these days with the nerfs to things like Yordles, stuff like Diana as well. And so, the more that I played, the more I was like, oh no, like you really need to be playing for some of these broken lines. But Toddy actually in this spot playing a pretty open Ionia opener with the extra auto attacks Ionia, which is, fine, but not even necessarily one of the ones that people go crazy for, right? The gold generation one, the XP one as well, are the ones that people go crazy for. And so this is kind of why I wanted to watch Toddy's game here, is that he played a pretty interesting game. And I mean, you can already see he's kind of piecing together wild boards here with the Yasuo here, and the Ionia board that links up via Slayer with Bilgewater, playing for Bilgewater really for tempo here. But he does have the Ice Sunfire. Like, he's actually flexing a lot of different lines in this spot, which I think is really cool, and what a lot of fantastic players at this tournament did. But some people will be like, oh, this guy just played Void, which, I mean, sometimes you get a chance to play Void, and it's very good. And we also obviously have the Cluttered Mind, which is accelerating our econ, putting us into a good spot. But this game really starts to get interesting at Augment 2 here. Urf Bronze Evida and Ben Chao Celestial. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't speak Portuguese. We just roll twice here. Immediately grab the Bronze for Life here, which I do think makes a lot of sense. I mean, we already have 5 traits in. People do really like this augment, but the thing with this augment is, I mean, it's a very high skill cap, right? There are an insane number of comps that you can actually play 4 Bronze for Life. In the past, it's usually like there's like a Bronze for Life, maybe like 2 Bronze for Life comps that are good. This set, it's kind of like, I mean, you can play. I mean, the OG one was the Singed plus Seraphine comp that was dominating on PBE. Obviously, that comp's been nerfed really hard. That was actually, I was speaking to a rioter, and they said that someone did really, really well in tournaments with that comp, which I was like, what? So if anyone has a link to that game, I'd definitely be down to VOD review that, though. I think people will be mad if they think that this Singed comp is back. Oh, interesting positioning here, but this is trying to bait Diana to frontline, it looks like, trying to make sure that she doesn't ult Jhin or the Yasuo here. And yeah, he actually gets it versus the Diana. We'll see if we do win this, because Diana's broken early, but yeah, we beat Senbon here. Big dub here. Also, yeah, just shout out to Senbon, man. This guy made final 64, and went into my lobby. He was a very chill guy when I met him, very nice, and he was also super animated when he was doing well. He was in my lobby, and just like every time something going well, he was like getting really amped up. So it was really cool to see. I mean, the whole weekend, obviously, I don't know. Maybe I'll do some kind of recap video at some point, or if not, I'll yap about it on stream. But this event has been absolutely amazing. If you ever get a chance to come to one of these open events, you should. If you have the financial means to, or the time to, you can get off work, or if TFT's your work, then are you watching my video? Actually, a lot of people came up to me and were like, "Oh, I watch your videos that are like, it's very, very good TFT players." So I was like, wow, that's wild. Okay, we're about to pivot back to Toddy's POV. We missed like one fight, but it's chill. We are just chilling on our way to the next level. We did pick up an Embessa that we threw onto this board for Aniquilador here. So that's pretty nice. And continuing the win streak here. But like I said, this is just kind of, I don't know, it's an interesting kind of just win streak. YO1 also 100 streaking in this spot. But just like flex game, right? We're holding on to a lot of stuff on bench here. I mean, we're holding on to even Jarvan pair and Sona here in case we do find a Vayne. If you guys haven't played around this Vayne unit, she is really broken. But we were holding on to Freljord onto bench there, just holding a lot of stuff here. And yeah, honestly, good job by the casting team here, just going through the entire lobby, checking out how everybody else is doing here. We see, I was interested in that Viego spot. The only thing I've heard about this Viego augment is sounds like absolutely doomed game from Trisha is a birdie, who took this augment with no second no second item to slam, so she couldn't unlock Shadow Isles, and there were two people who opened for it in her lobby, so she couldn't even farm Shadow Isle stacks later. She was very upset about that game, but it happens, I guess. But yeah, I mean, to go back to our spot here, because let's just look at our spot, in this situation here. I think the further we're getting into the game, you have to pick a comp at some point, right? And like we could do like a super flex beast roll down here. Toddy opts to slam the Kraken here. He made the Sejuani too at this point, holding onto the Ashes here. And I do think his idea is to play this Ashe, or not Ashe really, but Yunara Lissandra comp, which is a comp that I actually really resent, because I played this in my games in tournament, and these games did not go very well for me. So part of the reason I went to VOD review this game is one, because this comp, I mean, I don't think, was very high rated by many people going into this tournament. And I, was mad after I bought 4 games. I was like, this comp sucks. But I want to see how a beast like Toddy, someone who made literally the finals of the Open, played around this line. So last augment here, I've heard, this one, the Placidium, of the defense of the Placidium, here you get 12% DR on your entire board as long as you have Ionia in, it's 12% DR. I think a lot of people rate this one decently lowly. So I'm curious to see. Yeah, and he does just roll, and then picks up item grab bag as many people's favorite augment. We're going to level to 8 here. Honestly, down to bring this to 1x speed for the roll down here, because there's a lot that can be done here. Because yeah, we pick up stuff like Taric pair here, find the Liss and the Wukong, which I think is a really good indicator that we should play this. Also find the Yunara here. Yeah, the roll down looking fantastic here. So he's going to start pivoting the board here. Has a lot of stuff to get in. Going to feel the Zillion as well here. And the Liss playing for Ionia here. Usually you're cutting, so here's the interesting thing, right? He hasn't actually, I don't think, unlocked a lot of the pieces of this comp. So I think this will be a turn towards actually unlocking. So, interesting. So yeah, he's actually going to roll down a bit and then hold here to unlock, because he wants Koboko Yumi, right? Koboko Yumi fits really nicely on this board, especially for Biffle, bronze 4 life here. And he's got a 2-star, let's see, a 2-star Shen. He's got that's probably why is the Zillion, and actually, so that he has another Invoker in on this board. So hopefully that unlocks 2-star Yumi, or hopefully that unlocks Yumi, because I know he's got 2-star Bruiser, another Bruiser, 2, but I see that's 5. So is there another like Yordle or Bruiser that we have in? I guess we will see here. No, we don't actually unlock it. Yeah, we're 1 off. Okay, now, yeah, he actually still hasn't unlocked Koboko Yumi yet. So we're still just kind of playing this version. of the comp for now. But I mean, he finds the Taric too. Wow, it's actually an interesting game to show off kind of like the balance of because like Taric, obviously there's no bronze trait for Taric. Targon is gold, so you get actually 0 value out of playing Taric. But a Taric 2 is a Taric 2. So Toddy here going to make the smart but interesting decision to say, you know what, I'm going to play around this here. Also really clutch slam in the Gunblade here. This is actually almost saves him in this fight. Man, we love Diana. This unit is so gross. And yes, and now finally unlocks the Koboko and Yumi after fielding some extra units there. So now we got it. And now we can think about transitioning the board, but I'm actually interested to see what he does with this Taric here because it's a little bit awkward. You do definitely want him on the board, and you can you do have a +1 slot on this board, right? So I think that's just going to be Taric then. So I mean, it works, and he can actually fit in a disgusting amount of traits here. Just with the Koboko and Yumi here. So now he has the board in. So this, if you guys haven't played around it, because it's a little bit I don't know, maybe not even underpowered, because I mean we'll see how this game goes for Toddy. But I think lowly rated. It's a fantastic way to just easily get 7 traits in here. Going to make the rest of our slams here. So now we're actually in a really, I mean, we have heal cut, we have armor shred, we have 3 tank items, well, 4 tank items really, and these items on Yunara. This is actually in a kind of similar spot to the one I was in, so I'm curious to see how he navigates it, because one of the things that kind of like scared me in my spot was not having dual carry items, right? He's got 4 tank items and only 3 damage items. So I want to see how he actually like navigates this into a spot where he has enough damage, because right now actually you see in these fights, right, the Yunara just can't DPS these boards enough. Also his positioning, this is something that a lot of people have picked up on, is that it is absolutely not worth to full clump for this stuff. You do want to make sure that your Liss and your Sejuani are next to each other, so that your Sejuani is chilling and your Liss is getting the extra damage. But you do want to spread your units out on your front line so that you don't just get randomly like full AoE'd. So smart stuff from Toddy here as well, picking up another win here. And the nice thing is we stabilized around just a bit of 2-star frontline, but we didn't overroll in this spot for stuff like a Yunara. I think this is like part self-coaching session. Part of where my games went wrong as well is I overrolled looking for Yunara to list to stuff like that. But him with the econ here with the cluttered mind, he can actually look to push level in here and hit the max cap of this comp, which we'll talk about in a sec, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I'd want more damage items here, honestly. He picks up a bow here, which is going to be, double crack in here, IE, and the gunblade just onto the Lysandra. So yeah, double crack in IE. The interesting thing about this build is he's skipping he didn't really have a great route into Gwinsu's Rageblade, but he didn't prioritize it, right? He made Gunblade, and he could have held that if he really, really wanted to play for it. But he is in the extra auto attack Ionia, so my thought is that he probably values Gwinsu's Rageblade less in this extra auto attack Ionia, because that kind of provides a lot of the value of the Gwinsu's Rageblade. It gets you attacking, so that makes sense here. Probably level 9 here. Yep, let's level up here. And just as a Leona on the board right now, actually gonna make Leo too. He's not going to like move items or anything, right? It's like, because he could theoretically unlock Diana to try to deny like Diana players, but I mean, looks like this guy, this is an interesting board as well. The Diana 2 just on the Annie board. It's more like Annie's on the Diana board now that it's this this Arcanist plus Diana comp that people have played a decent bit. I mean, the nice thing is, right, Diana can jump on backline, do a little bit of damage, and then Annie can finish them off, or vice versa. So they actually play really nicely together. But yep, here is the unlock on Ryze, which I will say is a really nice way to cap this board out, because you do have so many traits, so many regions on this board here. So we're gonna roll down here. Actually don't hit much of anything here, but we do, at the last second, hit the Ryze here. Gonna opt to not sell, actually. We're gonna hold the line here. We're 25 HP here, that we do rotate into another, oh my god, Diana board from Senbon here. We'll see if the Yunara has enough damage. He actually, wow, his positioning was really, really nice to not get Diana here. I actually want to go back and look at this again, because Diana was same side here, but yeah, really smart stuff. I'm trying to pause, man. Really smart stuff. Let's look at this here. Because so this is the anti-Diana positioning, but on the left side. So the idea is, if you have a unit here, then Diana is going to just cast onto your Yunara and your life is going to suck. But he's actually moved the Kennen back and then has these units here. So Diana is forced to then walk up here, and then the furthest unit becomes these guys over here. And so she's forced to then dash over here and then dash back to frontline. This is really nice anti-Diana positioning. If you guys remember anti-Akali positioning, similar idea from set whatever that was. It's been a long day, honestly. So really, really nice stuff, actually. And that wins him the fight. And to self-flame myself some more, that is one thing that was really rough in my games as well. I could have used watching this VOD ahead of time. I mean, I knew the anti-positioning, but honestly, like, there's so much stuff to do in tournament that it's just easy to get overwhelmed. But yeah, he actually played for this position here. Also opted to reforge the Sunfire after building Morel and actually got Ionic Spark. That's actually so good, though. I normally try to put this on Wukong. Probably, yeah, just going to put it on a unit on the left side here, just so that we don't get like Giga messed up. The nice thing about Wukong is he lives longer because he has that second form. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to put it onto the left side here. But yeah, absolutely clear this guy. Look, we have this Ryze here who just has so many traits in, right? He's got Freljord, Ionia, Yordle, and he also has Targon on the sport here. So just so many nice traits. Gonna skip through the Koala Espelto again. Sorry to Mr. Espelto, I love you, but I mean, we can't do 2 VOD reviews in one. If we do, we'll be here all day. So let's skip back to the Toddy setup. Continue to roll down here on 9 here. Back to Koala could be because he's about to die probably. He's actually alive here, so good on him. But I do want to see Toddy here, who does pick up another fight win against. Look at this board as we pivot back here once the cutscene's going on. It's a Melmandar to 2-star, Lucian and Sen at 2-star from YBY1. And it's a really capped level 9 board. And we just actually clear it. And so this is what I was talking about is, yeah, like, this is the cap for this board, is actually making it to the Ryze and then just having this insane Ryze with all these traits to play around. And Ryze, once again, just not that common of a path to play around. I think people, in this tournament really didn't play around Ryze in an insane amount, but I mean, Toddy making it work here with this setup, which is just so cool to see. Also, now that he's hit all of these upgrades, actually ends up, with these better tank items onto to Wukong here, has the Spark onto the Taric here, and yeah, we rotate into Hypno, who's got a great board, but once again, he does the anti-Akali positioning, and I mean, we're so much stronger with all these upgrades than Hypno, that it's an easy dub for Toddy. So really, really cool game. Just nuts from Toddy, and just beautifully played, honestly, all around, and showing off a kind of less meta comp that he did well with. So hope you guys enjoyed. Come watch the finals tomorrow. If you're here in Paris and you're watching this video, come say hi to me in person. I've already said hi to so many people. It's been honestly it really touches my heart. Anytime someone comes, it's like, hey, I watch your video. So yeah, come say hi to me if you haven't already. Take a picture. I love that kind of stuff. Do not it does not bother me even 1%. So absolutely come ask me for a picture or just say hi. But yeah, I will see you guys there. And if you guys aren't here, then go watch finals because it's absolutely gonna be hype. Maybe you'll see a frame of me on the camera. All right, see you guys later. I have to go to sleep. Actually, I have to get this video together and then go to sleep because I have to okay, bye.